Hi and welcome back to another episode of Piercy Plays Guernsey FC with me, Andy. We are here today for our FA Trophy preliminary round game against Brighlingsea Regent. And we've got a string of 4 home games as well, which will be really good after our very disappointing 2-1 loss away to Hartley-Wintney, who are bottom of our league and still are bottom, and that's their only win of the season. So yeah, go figure. Looking forward to just a nice run in this cup, because there are some decent sized teams in it, and as we found last year, we played away at Chesterfield. 4,500 crowd ends up getting you about £40,000 in gate. So yeah, that would be amazing if we were to get a little bit of money from maybe like a Wrexham or something that have got a really sort of big ground. Looking at our team, I've done a bit of resting because we've got Basildon in the Alan Turvey, which is the League Cup, on the Wednesday. So I'm going with Callum in goal. Tamil's going to come in on the left as a wing back to give Harry a little bit of rest, because he has been an absolute demon. I mean, 7.54 average this year has been amazing, but I want Tamil to continue to grow because he's still quite young. So what is he? He's 21, is he? No, 23, so not as young. But I think he's still got 4-star potential, so I think he can really come into his own. Steve Aldridge as well, youngster. Played a few times last year, and he's got 4, possibly 5-star potential as well. And he's almost as good as both Brucey and Frank Tobin. So yeah, bring him in. And he's also natural as a stopper. Him and Frank last year were a very, very good central defensive partnership. So yeah, I want to get him some game time. Charlie Fripp, there all the time as our right back. Charlton playing his usual attacking centre mid role. Arthur Warren back in his usual centre mid defensive role. And Charlie Higgins is back after a little bit of injury to come in for playing the support role. We can swap Higgins and Govain around. They work interchangeably. Got Ben Morris on the right, just to give Nathan a little bit of a rest, and we're going with an old tried and tested partnership of Frank Rosenwald in the attacking forward role and Joe Charles playing his pressing forward defensive role. As I said, just giving a few people a rest. I'm wondering whether bringing in Josh Wakefield as a ball-winning midfielder has sort of affected the stability of the middle. I have a feeling that he and Arthur Warren are trying to do the same things. So going back to this for this cup game, just to have a look, see if this sort of structure is the way we should go, and if it is, then looking to retrain Josh as well. Even contemplating trying to make a deep line playmaker out of Arthur, because he has the potential to do so. I think if we're going to have a ball-winning midfielder, then the other person needs to be a playmaker, so they don't get in each other's way. They're doing 2 completely different things. And not going to worry about box-to-box midfielders at the moment, because the level's too low, and I just don't think they have the fitness when they're part-time, because they're only training twice a week. They might have really good natural fitness, but it just, to me, never seems to work. So, but yeah, this is the team we're going to go with. Let us submit the team. Yeah, we've got a few lacking match sharpness, because they just they've not been playing as much as they should. I find, even though I say to the under-23s and the under-18s get a game per week, they tend not to, and I don't particularly want to take control of making all the friendlies for them. So they assertively say they've won a few games recently, and faith always seems to work nicely. I do have faith in them. They're a good team. They've done really well so far this year. Looking at this, I'm going to always press and mark and show on to weak foot their most defensively minded midfielder, and I'm going to press their 2 forwards. I can't actually get to Brightlingsea from here. I believe they are the league below us now. I think they got relegated last season, but I would have to check. So let's kick off and shrink the screen down, because this is a big long pitch. Our pitch is quite narrow. So yeah, versus 4-4-2. It's just that one formation, not the normal formation, and we just tend to struggle a little bit against it for some reason. we've got the midfield for it. We've got 3 in the middle. It's just a case of sometimes people get around the outside. Very, very quiet last few games as well. We seem to have lost the ability to score like we have been. But then Steve to Frank, over to Charlie Fripp, and get it out to Ben. Not really up the pitch enough, but that's a good ball over, and Joe's going to get on it. Put it in the middle. Oh, didn't need to. Bang. Now he is like our 5th or 6th ranked striker at the moment. So he hasn't been getting much game time, and then he goes and does something like that. Oh, it's raining again as well. It's always raining in Guernsey. I'm sure it's not. It's a beautiful island, but it's always raining when we're playing here. And yeah, lovely finish. Bottom left hand corner, 1-0. His third goal of the season, and he hasn't been playing that much. So good start. It would be nice to get a run in at least one cup. We never seem to be able to, well, we never. This is only our 2nd season, but we haven't won an FA Cup match yet. So it'd be nice to do that at some point through the save. God, he's running down. There's only 2 shots. And it's a 50-50%, slightly in our way for possession at the moment. Just very level game, really. I don't know what else to say. It's all a bit boring. We're Frank on a 6.5. It looks like they're trying to play out from the back. I mean, we always try to play out from the back as well. We always rely on our ability to pass it around. This has happened a lot where it's been very, very slow in the first half. Very interesting. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go and have a little see if I can get anybody doing things to sort of increase our potency going forward, because we didn't seem to have much, though Joe's goal was superb. And I'll see you for the second half. So hi, welcome back for the second half. We have the kickoff. All I've done is just swap Charlton and Charlie around, Charlie Higgins. So Charlie is playing the attacking role in the centre mid. And I've also swapped Joe, Charles and Frank sides-wise, and also Joe to play support as opposed to defend, because they haven't got any. I mean, Charlie Fripp, right back, 7.9, having a game, crikey. 60 gone, nothing happening. Wow, and that even felt like a jump cut then. No, literally nothing has happened. Let's see what we can do. So we've got, nobody's really knackered, are they? I'm going to leave that for a sec. I'm going to go to 70. I'm going to be controversial. I always tend to have a 60-minute sub, because it's usually Arthur Warren, bless him, who's running socks off. Charlton's only on a 6.3. Oh, Frank's taken a knock. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Charlton off, because he's not having a good game. And Frank wasn't having a good game anyway. We've only got the 5 subs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... That's an oversight from me, that's bad. I've been so used to having 7 subs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go... I'm going to leave... This is an interesting one. I've never really played pressing forward up top on his own. Do I leave him defend and almost play strikerless? Yeah, that'd be interesting. I'm going to play it like that. I'm going to focus play down both sides with underlaps. So yeah, we can get our midfielders coming in. Yeah, Charlton's not having a good game of it. I'm going to bring Josh on. And I'm going to play, he loves the ball winning midfielder. I'm going to play him as a Carolero, because Joe's almost an attacking midfielder in that position, and I'm going to want to shuttle. I mean, we haven't got defensive midfielder, but Steve Aldridge is a stopper, so it's going to be higher up the pitch. So I'm going to play it that way. It's hopefully not going to affect things too much. Let me also, one thing I just thought, we're wide. I want to go extremely wide, because on our pitch it's really narrow. I want them to be wide, really wide on the wings to get the ball in. But what I'm finding is at this level, it's hard to get an attacking winger. They like playing support as opposed to, which at the moment we're 1-0 up, so I'm gonna leave that as is. Give a little bit of protection as well on the wings. God, I just need to get my mind clear. I do not want Tamil playing wing back now. I want him playing full back. Yeah, let's see if that is going to run the game down. We can but hope. So Tamil's got the 7.1 away straight away after going to full back, which both our left and right backs are absolutely storming it. Okay, I'm going to pause it there. I'm going to quick sub because Arthur is shattered, bless him. I don't think he's ever played a full game for us because he's got no natural fitness whatsoever. Tom Delamere is a perfect substitute for that position. We're going to play. Tom doesn't get enough game time, but there is the last highlight pretty much of the game. So Nathan's going inside to Joe, to Tom, to Josh, back to Tom, to Charlie Fripp, back into Tom, back to Charlie, good play here, Joe, back to Tom. So they're really nice sort of triangles of play here. And it's out to Ben, back down lane to Charlie, back to Tom, back to Charlie, back to Tom, they've got to press harder. Back to Frank, back to Charlie, that'll do. Just play the game out. 1-0. Yeah, sorry, not very interesting, but it's still a 1-0 and we're still through. 4 shots to 3, crikey, what a boring game. But it will do. What do I say for that? It's not a very nice victory, it's well done, just well done. Keeps the morale still pretty good, isn't it? Hand it over and go. I think I'm gonna just get us to our cup draw and just see who we get next in the first quali round. Yeah, so welcome back. We have been drawn against Leek Town away. So looking at them there, Evo Northern Premier, so the same level as us. And 7th in their league at the moment. How have they done so far? 5-2-3, so they've got a relatively good record. Yeah, it should be a good one. Let's have a look at their overview of their profile. Where do they play? Harrison Park, 3,600 capacity. And let's just have a quick look at. They're not actually getting many people with it, no. So it's not going to be a big payday or anything silly like that. It's just another game to get through, and that's on Saturday the 26th. So let's have a look at our schedule, and that slots in. Yeah, slots in there. Don't wondering whether she'll come back for that one. Yeah, I think we will. We'll come back for the League Town game next because it looks like a nice little FA Trophy Cup run will be brilliant. The league is the league at the moment. I mean, yeah, we're 4th, but it's only 10 games in. We get to halfway through the season and we're still in the shout for a playoff, and playoffs again at this level. I mean, last year's playoffs were a bit crazy, and this year's you've got 20 teams for 2 places, so it's even worse. It was 20 teams for 5 places last year, so I mean it's even harder to get out of the league here, but in Tier 7. But yeah, I think we'll go with League Town next. For hopefully another win in the FA Trophy. So if you like what you've seen today, again, sorry, slightly boring game, but yeah, it's a win's a win. Yeah, please leave a thumbs up on the video, that'd be superb. Subscribe for this kind of content, hopefully more interesting kind of content every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And I'll see you soon. Cheers, bye.